Hey, mysterious fellows. Ready for today's story? Get cozy and be ready for the odd and terrifying adventure ahead. See you on the other side. The Neighbor Who Watched, a chilling horror short story. It was supposed to be a quiet neighborhood, the kind where everyone greets each other with a smile, where the streets are lined with well-kept lawns and children play freely until dusk. For Emma, moving into her new home was supposed to be the fresh start she needed. But her peaceful life was quickly disrupted by one unsettling detail: her neighbor, Mr. Langley. At first, Emma thought nothing of it. He was a quiet man, always seen tending to his garden or reading on his front porch. But it wasn't long before she started noticing strange things. Mr. Langley's eyes. He never seemed to blink. Whenever Emma walked to her car in the morning or returned home at night, his gaze would be there, watching her from across the street. At first, it seemed innocent enough, a casual glance, a neighborly hello. But over time, his stare became unnerving. She tried to dismiss the feeling. Maybe he was just lonely, she thought. Perhaps he had nothing else to do but watch the world go by. Still, the odd moments began to pile up. One evening, Emma was unloading groceries when she saw Mr. Langley standing at his window, his face pressed against the glass, eyes fixed on her. She froze, caught in his unblinking stare. She turned quickly, hurried inside, and locked the door. "It's all in your head," she told herself. The following week, Emma received a small package on her doorstep. There was no return address, only a note inside, written in neat, looping handwriting. "I noticed your favorite flowers. I thought you might like these." Inside was a small bouquet of lilies, her favorite flower. They were fresh, as if picked that very day. Confused and a little creeped out, Emma looked around for any sign of who might have left it. She didn't see anyone, but in the distance she noticed Mr. Langley standing on his porch, watching her once again. This time he gave her a small wave. Her heart raced. No one could have known about the lilies. No one except... The following days were filled with strange occurrences. Emma would find small things moved in her house, her book on the coffee table, her mug shifted to the left, her jacket hanging in a different spot. One night, she heard footsteps outside her window. When she looked, there was Mr. Langley standing still in the darkness, just staring at her house. Terrified, Emma decided to confront him. She marched across the street one evening, determined to ask him about the flowers and the constant watching. When she knocked on his door, there was no answer. Hesitant but curious, she stepped inside. His door had been left ajar, as though waiting for her. The house was eerily silent. The air was thick with dust, and every surface was covered in old photographs of Emma, taken from every angle, every moment she'd spent outside. There were photos of her walking her dog, working in the garden, sitting by the window. Each one was carefully framed, each one showing her with Mr. Langley's unblinking eyes, watching from the shadows. Frozen in fear, Emma backed away, but before she could turn and run, she heard a voice behind her, soft and raspy. "Emma, you look just like her." Turning slowly, she saw Mr. Langley standing in the doorway. His eyes, those eyes, were empty, hollow, as if nothing but darkness lived behind them. He stepped closer, his hands trembling. "I've been waiting for you. You remind me so much of her." It was then that Emma realized the truth. He hadn't been watching her out of boredom. He had been waiting for someone like her. And as he reached out, his hand cold and trembling, Emma knew that whatever had happened to the woman before her, it would happen to her too. The end. What do you think happened? Who was it? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay mysterious. Goodbye.